What's that lyric from Shaft? He's a complicated man. Nobody understands him but his woman. He's a hunter, but he's also an environmental activist, a proud and outspoken member of the NRA, a regular contributor to local food banks, an old-school, hardcore veteran of over 40 years as a rock and roll star and guitar hero.
This is out middle of nowhere, huh?
And on most issues, he's about as far to the right as a man can be. But of course, everybody loves him anyway.
And I'll be damned, but a shotgun is a lot like a guitar. A lot of wood, a little metal, an element of twang, and damn if I can't get my dinner with both of them.
He's the legendary, the infamous, the outrageous, multitasking Motor City madman and proud resident of Waco, Texas, Ted Nugent.
My band, the best rhythm and blues band in the world.
Outstanding, man, really amazing.
So how many years have you been playing music? I'm going to be 60 soon. But I started in 1958. What I discovered as early as 73, 74 is that the pace can turn you into Kurt Cobain.
Unlike so many of his peers, Ted's been drug-free all his life. He says he avoids burnout with a more natural high, one found in the great outdoors in pursuit of the hunt. For Ted, hunting is a form of meditation.
Because I was raised in a hunting camp, dear God, I was taught about the primal scream. Got the bow. Got the arrow. I got the primal scream and a sharp stick, motherfucker. It's out of body. It's a spiritual erection every time. Any questions?
I think we covered it.
To criminally oversimplify Ted's position, he really believes, in renewable natural resources.
Look how beautiful.
Beautiful.
You just don't see that anymore in Africa.
I have more oryx in Texas than there are in all of Africa. I own and demand biodiversity.
His ranch has got streams, wetlands, meadows, deep forests and fields, and lots of wildlife. Cut down a tree, plant 2 trees. Kill an animal, breed 2 more.
The bottom line is, we have this wonderful, productive planet. Eat, drink, build, have a good time, but put more back. Tony, I've planted 100,000 trees myself. Shut the up, Sting. You want to save the rainforest, you should up and go plant some trees.
Needless to say, Ted and I disagree on just about everything, and yet, swept up in his borderline sociopathic charm, the fact that he's scary smart, funny as hell, intermittently kind and philanthropic, you find yourself nodding your head at stuff you never would have gone along with yesterday.
Should you eat what you hunt? Is there kind of a moral imperative?
Absolutely. Every hunter I've ever hunted with for 60 years literally considers the kill as sacred.
One area where there's no disagreement is the moral imperative of one way or the other throwing meat on a grill.
I can see your theme restaurant unfolding in my head.
Of course, you have the option at Uncle Ted's restaurant to shoot him yourself.
Also in attendance, Ted's wife, Shemaine, his band, and a group of very young, seriously wounded Iraq veterans who Ted invited for lunch.
My guitar will never gently weep.
Among his many causes, and I mean many, Ted believes in personally supporting the troops. Which is how I find myself in one of the more surreal episodes of my life, serving as Ted's kitchen bitch and prep monkey, peeling carrots and cutting vegetables.
Well, I think I've surprised a lot of people with the use of parsley flakes. Tony, you use a lot of parsley.
Far be it from I to ever tell you what to do, Ted, or even suggest what to do, but the stuff in a jar.
I'm with you, but I got this rock and roll thing going on. It limited my time at the farmer's market this week.
With everything washed and cut, it's time for flame.
And on the 8th day, God said, burn them, Uncle Ted. Oh, man. Wait till you get a bite of one of these little turds, man.
Backstrap of venison.
Wrapped in wild boar bacon, so it's got a little bit more fat.
That smells fun to me.
Also on the menu, grilled corn on the cob and what Ted calls his orgy of vegetables, lubed up with melted butter.
Look at that. This is how God wanted us to eat right here.
Oh man, that was good.
You just can't get that flavor anywhere. It's good to eat in a dining room of God's lap. Let's hear it for our brother, the deer, and the wild boar.
The great outdoors, a pastoral Texan landscape, dusk approaching, the smell of singed meat in the air. Only one element in this mosaic of classical Americana is missing. Firearms. Oh, yeah.
This didn't happen at Grateful Dead barbecues. Wait, did Grateful Dead have barbecues? We're just grateful they're dead. Okay.
Now, unlike Ted, I'm for strict gun control.
And take that.
I believe in making it more difficult for people to get guns. Except for me, and of course, Ted.
This is my Motor City Persuader here. Really get your attention.
I said sauce on the side.
Now this is 9mm, is MP5.
Yeah. Oh, man, I'm going to be shunned when I get back to New York. Shunned, I tell you.
Now just so we finish off with real firepower, the M60 is the biggest gun that a man can operate. Happy 4th of July, gentlemen.
Curiously satisfying.
My neighbors just go, Nugent.